Hello and welcome to SRC University, your source for retirement education. My name is Tara Kendrick. I'm one of the partners here at SRC, and today's topic is Medicaid strategies for singles. So at SRC University, the reason why we created it is we wanted to offer free retirement education to people in our community. There are 30-minute sessions or less, and they're available on your schedule. So you're welcome to get onto our website and download them or listen to them at any time. A lot of the topics we'll cover in SRC University will come from our book. So you're always welcome to download our book from our website or send an email or give us a call and we'll send you a free copy of our book. And our ultimate goal is to create a safe, secure retirement for people. And the good news at this university is there's no final exam. Okay, so how do we help at SRC? We do comprehensive retirement planning, helping people look 20 and 30 years in advance to make sure they don't outlive their funds and finding ways to make sure that doesn't happen. We do tax planning, just finding ways to help people pay less tax in retirement. We do a lot of long-term care planning, and that's helping people qualify for state and federal programs in order to pay for long-term care. And then we do estate planning, just making sure that you have the right legal documents in order for while you're living and then when you pass. All right, so today's topics, we're going to talk about what long-term care is, the cost, how to pay for that care, some of the myths around Medicaid, what's exempt and what's countable for your assets, and then the strategies to protect those assets and income. So the big problem we have in retirement is long-term care is so expensive, and we want to make sure that you have a plan for paying that long-term care so you can have a safe, secure retirement. You know, ultimately, we're living longer because we have better medical care, better science, and we're just living a lot longer. So the chances of us needing long-term care are a lot greater. And now people who need full-time long-term care, women are almost 4 years of time that they'll need that care, and men about 2.2 years. So for a single person, the challenge is we don't want them to go bankrupt and then reduce their quality of life when they're in a long-term care situation. So, and also, some people really want to leave a legacy and want to leave something to their heirs. And we want to try to protect as much of their assets so that they can benefit and qualify for Medicaid, but still have money to live off of. So what is considered long-term care? Well, long-term care is that you need assistance with 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So that's eating, bathing, dressing, transference, toileting, and incontinence. Or you have cognitive impairment, meaning you need to live in a protected environment, 24-hour supervision, and medicine management. So there's 4 different ways you can get home care, and actually 5 if you include like an adult daycare. But ultimately, most people are getting care at home. But if you needed 24-hour care, it can be $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 a month. The next level is independent living. If you were living in a facility, independent costs about $2,500. Assisted can get up to $6,500. That usually includes memory care. Most memory care places are considered assisted living. And then the highest level of care is skilled nursing, which can be up to $9,000 a month, depending on your level of need. So, AARP did a survey a few years ago, and it showed that the #1 reason seniors go broke in retirement is long-term care. So there's definitely different ways to pay for long-term care. You can private pay, save up your money while you're working to pay for your long-term care. There's Medicare, which is short-term long-term care. There's some veterans benefits out there, Medicaid, which we'll talk about today, and then some insurance products. So if you're needing long-term care, Medicaid will only pay in a skilled nursing facility. They will not pay for memory care, assisted living. They will not pay for in-home care at this level. So it's only skilled nursing. There are eligibility requirements. You need to be in a Medicaid bed, and that's not a specific type of bed, it's just the payer type. So if a nursing home has 100 beds and they'll take Medicaid as a form of payment for 30 of them, you want to make sure they have a bed open in for you or your loved one. You have to need assistance with 2 of the 6 activities of daily living or have cognitive impairment. So those are the criteria. And then you have to meet income and asset criteria, which we'll talk about next. So our ultimate goal for a single person is to protect most or all of their assets. And that's our goal. We can protect most or all of your assets if you know how to do it right. And that's to ensure liquidity for the quality of life. We want to make sure that they have money, you know, if they need extra clothes or they need a new hearing aid or they want a nicer chair in the room or whatever it is to make them feel comfortable. So there are a lot of myths. First is you must be broke, and that's not true. There are ways to protect and preserve assets and still qualify for Medicaid. Another is my income's too high. That also is not true. There is a workaround or a way that the state allows you to be on Medicaid even if you're over the income limit. The quality of care is poor. Not true again. There is no difference in the quality of care person to person in a specific facility, whether they private pay or they're Medicaid. I can give away all of my assets and get on Medicaid. That's a big no-no. That can get you in some serious trouble. So we want to make sure you know the right way to handle your assets. And then I will lose my home. And again, there are ways to protect your home if you know how to do it right. So when you're applying for Medicaid, the assets that are exempt are your home and any land, a 1 car, a burial plan as long as it's made irrevocable, any assets that are considered business assets as long as you file taxes on that business. And then if you have mineral rights, anything under $6,000 won't count towards your eligibility. Countable assets or things that they look at are any bank accounts with your name on them, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, any retirement accounts, IRA, 401k. If you have a second vehicle, if you have land, if you have a house in a different state, all that will count towards your eligibility. And you have to be under $2,000 in order to qualify for the benefit. So to determine if you're eligible, they look on the first day of the month every month. So your snapshot date is the first day of the month that you began care, say in a hospital that led to the nursing home stay or that you moved into the nursing home. So they're always testing on the first day of the month. So if I have more than $2,000 on March 1st, I'm not eligible for the benefit the entire month of March. So then I'd have to try again in April. Am I eligible for the benefit on April 1st? Am I under $2,000? If the answer is yes, I'm eligible for the entire month of April and going on forward. So some of the asset protection strategies that we use here at SRC that are within the guidelines of Medicaid handbook for the state of Texas are, you can pay down your bills. You could, if you don't have a burial plan, you can prepay your burial plan. If you have, let's say you have a mortgage, you need to do some upgrades on your house to make it more senior friendly, you can do that. You can purchase a vehicle. There's a way to exempt qualified accounts, and we can help you with that. You can help contribute to any 529 plans for kids, great-grandkids, and nieces, nephews who are under the age of 21. You can pay in advance to the nursing home. While they're waiting for Medicaid, they might need some private pay money for a while, and you can do that. And then there's a strategy to gift and ungift, but this is a very strategic strategy that you'll definitely need assistance with. And if you do that, you can protect about 60% of the gifted funds. So here's an example. You have on the left your exempt assets, a house, a car, burial plan, and business assets. And then let's say I have $80,000 in the bank and I have a $50,000 IRA. Well, I could pull the IRA money and reposition it in a product that will allow us to exempt it from Medicaid. So now that's off the table. And now I have 80,000 in the bank. Well, I'm going to pay down my mortgage. I'm going to pay some additional bills. And then I'm going to use some of the other strategies. I'll maybe pay the nursing home. I might buy a burial plan if I don't have one, things like that. So let's talk about income. So there's assets we talked about. Now we're talking about income. So you have to pay your income to the nursing home. It's called the applied income. You can keep 75 for personal needs. You can pay for, keep your medical premiums, and doesn't happen very often, but you can keep up to a portion of what you would have to pay to maintain your home. And if your income in 2024 is over $2,829, then it will require one extra step, which is to get a qualified income trust account at a bank, and then to fund and unfund that account every month. And we can talk to you about how that works if that is something that is part of your plan. All right, so let's talk about income. So we have income. We've got a $2,000 gross income. You're allowed to take out $75 for personal needs. You're allowed to take $200 out set aside for medical premiums. So your cost of care at the nursing home would be $1,725, which is a lot less than, say, $7,000 a month. So it's a really good deal. You give them your income, and then the state picks up the rest of the bill at the nursing home. So I know that was a lot of information. I know that it was quick. You're welcome to listen to this over and over again, but always please give us a call. Our consultations are always free. You're welcome to schedule an appointment on our website. And as always, we appreciate you listening, and we look forward to seeing you again at SRC University. Have a great day.